And this morning, there are still a lot of unanswered questions about exactly what unfolded during immigration raids in Sacramento County.
Take a look at this video here. It shows masked Border Patrol agents. Chief U.S. Border Protection Agent Gregory Bovino posted a video on social media saying at least 8 people were arrested at Home Depot for being in the country illegally. Later on, the Department of Homeland Security announced a total of 11 people were arrested. Now, during the raid at Home Depot, a U.S. citizen was taken into custody for what the Border Patrol chief agent describes as impeding or assaulting a U.S. federal officer.
The immigrant advocacy group NorCal Resist confirms that Jose Castillo has since been released. NorCal Resist says Castillo is an Immigration Watch volunteer who was documenting the immigration activity when he was taken into custody. The agents claim Castillo flattened a tire. They detained him after a brief chase in the parking lot. A witness sent us these photos of the Border Patrol vehicle slashed tire. It's still not clear at what point this tire was slashed. NorCal Resist says they are looking into the allegation that Castillo is the one who did it.
As far as our volunteer, Jose, we are absolutely gutted. Again, we train our volunteers in best practices to make sure that they know their rights, they know the rights of the immigrants if they're detained, and that they feel empowered knowing that they have a right to do this and that they're not doing anything unlawful.
The raid at Home Depot was not the only one that happened yesterday in Sacramento County. There was another on Tyshan Parkway and along A Parkway. Both locations are near Highway 99 and Florin Roads. Officials say they were looking for a specific person, and the Department of Homeland Security has identified that man as Javier Dimas Alcantara. They say he has several past convictions, including the sale of narcotics, felony burglary, and multiple instances of providing false identification to a law enforcement officer, as well as other charges.
California lawmakers are now responding to the raids, including Congressman Doris Matsui. She represents Sacramento, where the raids took place. She said in a statement, quote, "It is outrageous and infuriating for federal agents to show up unannounced, masked, and violently abduct our neighbors." Meanwhile, Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley also sent us this statement. It says, quote, "Immigration enforcement is focused first and foremost on people who have criminal convictions or existing deportation orders. This process would be much easier," he goes on to say, "and less disruptive if Gavin Newsom's sanctuary state policy were repealed. The sanctuary law requires law enforcement to release dangerous criminals into the community, causing a direct threat to the safety of Californians."
The Sacramento Police Department says it was aware of the federal raids in Sacramento County, but did not engage in the operation. In a statement, the department said, quote, "California law prohibits us from using our resources for federal civil immigration purposes. Our commitment remains focused on public safety and serving all members of our community equally, regardless of immigration status," end quote. Meanwhile, the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office says while they responded to the raid, they did not assist with the immigration enforcement. The office says, quote, "Our deputies remain committed to protecting all residents in Sacramento County, and we strongly encourage anyone to report crimes or suspicious activity regardless of their citizenship or immigration status."
Meanwhile, an already planned rally at the Capitol focusing on immigration and cuts to Medicaid morphed into a protest of these raids across the region. The Good Trouble Lives On rally was just one of thousands taking place throughout the country as people advocate for civil rights. The events were also honoring the legacy of late Congressman John Lewis, who coined the phrase "good trouble."
We have a moral obligation to say something and to do something and to get in the way, and that's to make good trouble.
Masked men showing up in unmarked cars, grabbing people off the streets and disappearing them is not what this country is about.
We need to kind of stand up now more than ever to protect our immigrant communities, to protect the rights of all of us.
We will continue to follow the very latest on the raids and the reaction from the community on air and online. You can stay updated by downloading the KCRA 3 app. You can also head to our website to see the full video of Castillo's arrest that was taken and shared with us by his wife.